All right, let's take a peek at these lane matchups, shall we? So we've got Stonefeld on Camille versus a Fiora. In the jungle, we have J Bruise on Nidalee versus Dr. Mundo. Jungle Mundo is a good time. Then mid lane, Victor versus our boy Shaved Grumbo on the Galio yet again. And in the bot lane, we have Kaisa and Nautilus versus Xayah and Zyra. That's not going to get confusing for me to say. Again, I would expect early pressure from the blue side bot lane. Zyra. Zyra's just a pokey support. Lots and lots of just poke damage, little chip damage here and there from the root and plants. Are we looking for any sort of deep ward here? What's going on, Bruce? What are you doing? Okay, just looking to get the deep ward there then. Blue side quick to call that out. But on the red side here, we have Kaisa and Nautilus. Nautilus is pretty beefy. He can be real beefy and has tons of CC from the passive, where you root with your auto attack, to Q, which is the grab. Then you have E, which is the expanding ring of slow, and the ultimate point and click knockup that affects the other people that it passes through. Nautilus has so much CC and so much utility and versatility that it brings as well. So if they can survive the initial poke, I think that the red side bot lane could actually do well. It's just managing it's managing the poke. Camille into Fiora. I always have a hard time giving anybody the edge versus Fiora just because of those vitals. I feel like it's really easy for Fiora to get early advantages just off of the vital procs. It's so much extra damage just off of Q. It's a little ridiculous. I do, however, think that Stonefeld does have the capability to win that lane, or at least not lose that lane. There we go. Looking for the trades, getting some decent trades in. Stonefeld hit level 2 early and decided to just push that advantage. Now we matched up level 2 to level 2. There, so we got some decent trading on the bot side, but there we get more fighting top side. So we were able to get Kaisa and Nautilus were able to get some good damage onto the Zyra, forcing her to back early, which doesn't feel super good because now their back timers are going to be a little wonky. Ooh, the Riposte getting the stun onto the Camille. That's something that you got to watch out for. You got to play around that a little bit better, because it's just so telegraphed that as soon as you start setting up for the hook shot there, and she's just going to drop into the Riposte as soon as you start flying at her. In the bot side, blue side has already blown Zyra's flash and Xayah's heal, so they do have a advantage as far as summoners go. Kaisa doesn't have her flash at the moment, but there we go. Some good damage going down there with Mundo kind of creeping around that bot side as well. Does get pinged out, so they do know he's there. Walking up, just trying to alleviate some of that pressure that the red side bot lane has. As Mundo's walking up looking for the crab, Nidalee's coming down. Oh, the red side bot side came up, and they're able to just grab the Mundo. Bad spot, wrong place, wrong time. First blood going over to the Kaisa. That's what's wrong. We don't have the stat bar up, so we can't see score lines and whatnot. Nobody told me. That kill going over to the Kaisa as first blood does feel pretty good. That's first blood gold, not to mention just kill gold over onto your ADC, who, especially when it's Crippletron. I said it last week. I'll say it again this week. If you put the resources into him, he will carry your game. Good hook into the root onto the Zyra. And there we go. There's wow, getting all tongue-tied. A double kill even for the Kai'Sa. We saw Zyra's Ignite go out looking to see if maybe we could get something out of that trade onto the Nautilus, but nope. 5 minutes into the game, Kai'Sa is 3-0 with a 300 gold bounty, pushing that CS advantage even further in that direction. We're at, what is that, 8 CS up? And topside, things are going well also. The only place that things aren't looking super great is Galio into Victor, and I kind of expected that to be the case. Victor just has so much poke that it can toss out with the Death Beam, with the Q-empowered auto. You have to kind of play around the stun field, whatever that one's called. Something you really have to be mindful of, especially now that Victor is level 6. If that field goes out, if you get caught up and stunned up, he's just going to drop the ult on top of your head, and now you're fighting with so much DPS coming your way. It doesn't matter if you're Galio and you have that big shield. It's going to hurt. Stonefell backing up to grab the Hearthbound Axe and a Control Word. Use a TP to get back to lane. Trying to press the gold advantage. As here comes Nidalee looking to see if anything can be done. Nope. Fiora is just going to back up. And they are also going to match up item for item. The Hearthbound Axe for the Camille, for an Iron Spike Whip for the Fiora. I honestly think that the Iron Spike Whip does give the Fiora a little bit of an advantage. I feel like it's it has better trades early. But the Earthbound Axe is just gonna be good for the extended fights, because you have that attack speed and that movement speed to be able to stay sticky. There's the Nautilus going in again with the Q into the passive, into the big slow. Great trades there as Zyra is just walking away. Xayah, excuse me, is just walking away on no health. What a trade. You land the hook, you get the Nautilus passive off on 2 people, and they were able to catch Fiora down in the jungle, or down in the river there, and just get her out of the way, even though I believe she had already procced the passive off of her. It's not even a passive. Procced her ult. All 4 vitals on her ult. All kinds of tongue-tied. But that does extend the gold lead out to 2,000 gold in favor of Red Side. It's like a whole different team from the last game that we watched. Nautilus took the hook and missed down bot side, but was able to get out no problem. There's the stun. There's the ult, just like I had said. But the Justice Punch does get them out of the way, because if you didn't know, if you start up Galio's E and then you get stunned up or rooted or anything like that, the animation does still go off. We have the 2 up top there who do pick up the Camille. Questionable teleport from Shave Grumbo there. Really not sure what we were trying to do with that. You have the Mundo and the Fiora that you pretty much teleport onto their head. Luckily, J-Bruce was able to show up and secure the kill onto the Mundo, but I feel like you just kind of gave away a kill for free. Fiora being able to parry away the Q there saves her life. Their TP is up, so if they wanted to, they could back off and then teleport back to lane, catch the wave. Only downside is J-Bruce does currently have the Herald that I think they're trying to make the Herald play topside here. Ooh, just dashing out of the way. Here comes Herald topside. Checking other lanes, seeing if anything of note is going on. Looks like standard League of Legends stuff going on in the other lanes. Farming, clearing out vision, doing the thing. Shelly's not going to knock the tower all the way down, but with all three of them there, that's going to be First Blood Tower, not even a problem. And good on J-Bruce for walking away, making sure that First Blood Tower gold goes over to the Camille. Interestingly enough, J-Bruce is down. Oh, hold up. There's the ultimate. There was the Q flash. There's the Xayah ultimate as well, trying to stay alive. They were almost able to just completely one-shot that Xayah off of the CC, off the initial CC from the Nautilus. And 10 minutes into the game, our first dragon goes down. Mundo is walking down bot side, trying. Not sure why Krippletron walked up as far as they did. There's the ultimate. Ultimate does save him, but that sketchy. Makes me real uncomfortable there. I'm not going to try to lie to you. Being 5-0, 86 CS, Kai'Sa has already finished their Kraken Slayer. That's the first, I believe that was the first mythic of the game to actually get completed to Mundo's Frostfire Gauntlet there. So that's going to make Mundo really hard to run away from. And like I was saying before the fight started bot lane, I'm surprised that J-Bruce is the second game in a row that J-Bruce has just been down in CS. And down in CS and down in kill participation. So right now he has 2 kill participation to the full 7 kills. Usually J-Bruce is a much more active jungler. I know that I said I wanted to see him on more like utility, kind of like setup junglers. So maybe I'm getting what I asked for and I didn't know what I was asking for. But this is definitely an interesting kind of night, to say the least, for J-Bruce there. It's just vision clearing. Fiora swinging back in, trying to get anything back. Oh, and here we go. Here's the Hextech ultimatum. Here comes the Galio. It is parried, and that goes the stun onto the Camille. But when 3 people come in on you, it's hard to have to worry about the one stun. You know what I mean? Looks like Victor did teleport up to the top side, trying to get anything they can. But they're just going to do the exact same thing that Grumbo had done a little bit ago. Teleport onto the top of somebody's head. And next thing you know, you're dead. That's how you know that's how that's going to happen. You got to remember the rhymes. All right. So we did get the kill onto Xayah in the bot lane as well. So that's the way that this game is going. Red side is dominant. We are 5,000. That's 6,000 gold ahead. Now, it's still 5,000 gold ahead on the red side. 18,000 gold to 23.3 thousand gold, respectively, blue to red. This game is looking a lot better for red side than the one that we previously watched today. That being said, I don't see any sort of anti-heal going on yet. And that's something that I feel like you should be trying to prioritize since there is a Mundo in this game. And the Fiora, even. If Fiora gets all 4 procs on her ultimate, then that's a massive heal that you're going to have to worry about in the middle of a team fight. I might be getting ahead of myself. Maybe we'll see that coming through shortly, because we did just get 2 other mythic items completed on the side of red side. We got a Trinity Force and a Night Harvester for Camille and Nidalee. But another little fight coming in. Nautilus lands the hook onto the Zyra. Zyra tosses out the ult, trying to buy some space. But, you know, Galio comes in and catches the Xayah. And then J-Bruce puts a spear into the back of the Zyra. Big good damage. Big good damage onto the Mundo there. But Victor coming around looking like they're trying to see if they can cut him off. Not going to happen. J-Brew's going in a little too far. That mid tower is still up, taking a tower shot, almost getting stunned up, is able to get out of the way. The rest of the team from red side steps up to say, hey, you back up off my cat jungler, or you're going to have to deal with us. Some damage, some poke damage, some chip damage coming in onto the Mundo as well. But Mundo's passive regen is just going to stack that health right back up. Almost not even a problem. Free tower shot onto Kai'Sa there. Don't you guys know it's free tower shot Monday? And Mundo does get hooked, ignited, but they are going to be able to just walk away. They have all these little fights that keep happening, but nothing actually like pops off into a big fight. They're going to donate this red buff over? Nope. Mundo is going to keep his buffs. All of red side is congregating at the dragon here, and that just goes down. All 5 show up. They secure the dragon. Now it looks like they're heading back mid lane, as Camille caught the Zyra out in their bot side jungle, in her own jungle nonetheless. We'll say this Fiora is really quick on that riposte. Like, that's pretty good. They have negated so much damage just by being like, nah. Are they going to look to try to get this second Rift Herald at all? I feel like they have not only the damage, but the, like, the self-peel and the sustain in a fight like that to be able to do it. But maybe not. Probably not. Nautilus clearing some vision. Plays towards the Camille side there. Oh, uses the blast cone to actually get into the fight. Galio coming in with the ult just to get the knockup from point blank range. But Galio goes down. So does Nautilus. And they were able to turn that fight around no problem because of, look at the healing that was done from the Fiora. That was a ton of healing from Fiora there. Xayah to finish their Gale Force through that as well. Slowly but surely coming back, trying to get back into this game, trying to farm it out, get those items if they can. Do you have a 6-0 Kai'Sa in your lane with a almost double your farm? So that's gonna be tough, even if just for your mental, to try to figure out how to get back in the game. Even after that fight to me would have gone, huh, let's take a look and see, let's reevaluate that, because Mundo walked out of that fight with full health. Fiora walked out of that fight with full health. I wonder why. Oh yeah, a lot of healing. Maybe we should look at some like anti-heal items, but we still don't see any on the side of red side here. But they have, even despite the anti-heal missing from the team, they've managed to sustain this 5,000 gold lead. And with the outers gone from top and bottom, they are looking to try to fight mid lane, seeing if maybe we can push this mid lane tower down. Camille goes in, locks him up. There was so much happening in that fight there. Holy crap. We'll kind of go back through this in just a second. Flash over the wall from J-Bruce to wrap it up. That's the ace. So that all started because Galio decided to E back in after they were going. Blue side went a little harder on the Camille than I think they needed to at that point. Don't think there was any sort of fight to look for there. So they went on the Camille. Camille managed to get the first part of the hook shot off to kind of get away from the majority of it. Galio ults back in, but the stun field from Victor was already going. Stun field went out. Victor's ult went out. Yep. And then it was just a slap fight there for a minute. And it ended up in an ace and the falling of mid lane tier 1 tower. And that actually that did extend the gold lead out to about 6,000 as well. I know I say about a lot, but I'm doing rough estimates on the gold. I'm not gonna try to do it exact. You know what I mean? Estimate's really all you need, but blue team did manage to... I forgot that they got the Rift Herald as well, so they're going to use that to knock down bot lane tier 1 for red side. But they're not going to follow it up with anything. They're just going to get it, leave Shelly down there to do her thing. That's the only tower, only charge that Shelly's going to get off. But, I mean, you got to get towers where you can, because towers win games. Oh! If that hook landed, that was going to be a gorgeous engage onto that Victor. At the same time, with all 5 of the enemy team there, maybe we're glad that it didn't actually go in. Ooh, Jaber's just on a different level when it comes to predicting these spears. There's the teleport in for Camille as Dragon spawns. So we have all 5 members of both teams right here around the Dragon. Only difference is red side has been able to actively poke and chip away at blue side. So that's going to end up making this fight a little bit different. Ult doesn't seem to matter, though. Here comes Galio trying to create some space. Galio gets the kill onto Fiora. Nautilus coming in, getting the Zyra. And that's a double kill for Mundo off screen. Jaybrew's trying to see if maybe they could break up the damage onto the Dragon. There's Jaybrew's going to do what Jaybrew's does best and loop around the backside here and look for the steal. There's the pickup on the backside with the Nidalee Spear onto the Xayah. There's the... Oh, this Jaybrew's going to get it before he goes down. Oh, smites to stay alive too early. Dragon goes down to the... What's it called? Chaos Vortex? Chaos Field from Victor. Unfortunate. You saw the effort. The thought was there. And it was one of those things. You smite a little bit early to stay alive and hope that you can win the damage. But, you know, the ult from Victor just does a little bit more than I believe an auto attack would have. So, down goes the Dragon. That's 2 dragons for blue side. And that fight did close the gold gap to 4,000, where previously it was 6,000. So I brought it up at the beginning of the game here regarding Crippletron on the Kai'Sa, right? I said you put the resources into Kai'Sa, and Crippletron is going to carry your game. 9, 2, and 2. 1, 2. I see 2 full items, plus an Executioner, plus a Zeal and boots. Kai'Sa is massive at the moment. So if you just play in a way to keep that Kai'Sa safe, then I think you have a pretty good game on your hands. Though, that being said, Crippletron does have a tendency to play dangerously. Trying to find the right word for it. Has a tendency to play really forward and really kill hungry. So it could work out in their favor to take these ballsy engages, but it also could significantly backfire when your strongest sustained damage person is just gone all of a sudden because they stepped up when they probably shouldn't have. We are starting to see some anti-heal items coming through. Jaybrew's has finished their Morellos. Yeah, Camille just hook shotting out of the fight. Oh, damn good damage from the Qs here. Like from Nidalee's Qs. But we have a Morellos on Nidalee, the Oblivion Orb onto Galio, and an Executioner's onto Kai'Sa as well. So we do have the anti-heal that we've been looking for. I think if it had come through a little sooner, some of these fights might have gone a little bit different way. But, you know, hindsight 2020, we have what we have now. And that's all that you can hope for. Camille is doing a very good job at split pushing and trying to create pressure. where there seems to not really be much, but there's the ult from the Mundo, and not having the, like, not actually having the anti-heal on the Camille, I think lost that fight. Like, I think had there been anti-heal, the ult coming out from the Mundo wouldn't have meant as much. So she would have been able to fight a little harder, and I think she out damages in the stand-up knockdown fight like that. Just the ult ticking pushed it in the favor of the Mundo. Jay Bruce using the blast cone to get away. Maybe gonna be trying to kite with the Q poke here. More good damage coming through. Having to switch over to Cat form to try to dodge out of the way of a cleaver, but then just pouncing straight in, picking up the kill onto the Mundo, shutting him down, getting that gold. 150 extra over to Jay Bruce. 9, 1, and 5 currently, with an additional 2100 damage from the Night Harvester. I think Jay Bruce is making up for last game. I think he's out here saying, all right, last game was rough, but let me show you what I can do. Playing like he has something to prove. Looks like blue side's just going to give on the Baron here. With Mundo down, but the other 4 up, that's a risky call. Like, there's really no vision from blue side around Baron here. No, there's no vision around Baron for blue side. But if they had any sort of inkling and wandered up that way, I think they could have either won a fight there or pushed them off and taken Baron for themselves off of Zyra ult and Victor ult, and you put Fiora in there to run amok and drop her ult and hopefully get the field. Seems sketchy. And they are going to end up trading Baron for 3rd Drake. That's the 2nd Cloud Drake that blue team has been able to secure for themselves. So we are that does put blue side onto Soul Point. So red team's going to have to be mindful of that. They do crack the... Yeah, they do crack topside base turret, and they do get tier 2 mid. So it's a good use of Baron. Splitting them up, making them have to choose which turret to actually defend. But Camille is down bot side, just trying to get this tower down. If the tower goes down, I think Camille wins this fight. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I did not expect the Victor to actually keep roaming up like that. Wow. Haven't been corrected that fast in a long time. But Camille did get the tier 2 tower and did keep Victor and Zyra away from the fight topside. So red side was able to push in and secure the topside inhib, extending that lead again to 5.5, 6,000 gold. Red side has consistently been ahead in gold pretty much this whole game. Ah, man. I don't know why my nose is so itchy today. I hate it. So after that big push, we do still have Baron buff, but not for much longer, I don't think. I think, yeah, Baron is about to expire. If not... Oh, yeah, Baron is about to expire. So they got a really good push out of it while they could. And they went back to pushing out lanes, making sure that their waves were good, and getting vision again around this dragon pit. Just because this is Soul Point, so I think they're trying to make sure that they have exactly what they need when they need it to be able to show up for this fight, and hopefully keep Soul, like Cloud Soul, away from blue side, because that extra movement speed off of the ult cast is going to be gross. Because Mundo hits R and already gets a speed boost. If he gets another one, you're not getting away from him. Fiora drops the ult on you. And with that speed boost, you're not getting away. It just makes the sticky champs that much stickier. And with the cooldown for the ultimate as well, that just means that they're going to be able to chase you down more often. And you don't want that. We got all 5 from the blue side kind of stacking up around bot and mid, but we have 4 bot and 1 mid for red. Camille's hanging out around the around the mid lane there, while the other 4 are really putting the pressure on this bot lane inhib turret. Oh, Kai'Sa does get stunned up. There's the heal to try to keep him alive. That's what I'm talking about. Kai'Sa gets grabbed up. Now your consistent damage is just gone. There's the stun field. Nobody's really getting kicked back in any way. I believe after the last fight that we had, Kai'Sa was able to turn their Executioner's Calling into a Mortal Reminder. We have 2 of the Morellos on red side now as well. And we still don't have any sort of heal reduction from top side. But Galio coming in trying to break up the fight there. And we committed all of that there to get Mundo and Fiora. I think that was a very good idea. You take those 2 heavy hitters out of the fight and you leave them with their squishies. You leave them with Victor, Xayah, and Zyra, who can't man up on you like that. They can't just step up and say, all right, I'll take one on the chin and then we'll try to work this fight out. It's not going to be the way that goes. So they did extend out the game another 5 minutes waiting for this dragon to respawn. There's a 2.5. Either way, they extended the game out. Dragon timer to keep Soul away from blue side. Baron is back up. We see blue side there. See Xayah pinging out that Baron's up. I think that with Mundo and Fiora having just come back up, I think that if red team were to actually like cook it down there, they could catch them and maybe try and death brush or just try to bait around Baron so that they could pick a fight on their terms and win that team fight, get Baron, then push down mid lane to win. They just watched Zyra clear out that ward, so they know that she's there. Committing the ultimate to try to catch this Zyra after the hook already missed. There's the flash, and Zyra just flashes over the wall to safety. Well, flash for flash, but we did get the Nautilus ultimate out, and that's a very high priority ultimate. That's a very expensive ultimate, I guess you could call it. So now you don't have just the point and click to be able to like lock down the Fiora or lock down the Xayah. Gribbleton just walks in and kills the Zyra, but it's the positioning gets the best of him again. Victor's ultimate doing work in that bursty damage right there. 1 kill going over to the Mundo, another going over to the Xayah. But Camille pushing away on the bot side saying, hey, you're looking at that hand, but this one's punching you in the face on the bot side. So you're losing out in some places, but you're gaining advantage in the other. That is going to open up pressure so that they can start trying to force around Baron. Really make them make the choice of like, do we give up a super minion wave? Like, do we give up a super minion wave and go contest at Baron? Or do we have to keep somebody back to clear the base? So you're making them make the good choices. You're making them really have to think, and that's a good thing to do here. Try to play that cross-map pressure. But now you actually have to play that cross-map pressure. We need somebody up in the top lane trying to push out that wave and pressure that top inhib, while blue team is actually even trying to push down a Baron. Red team's coming in. Here comes the Galio ult. Nautilus ult is back. Camille able to get the ultimatum in, keeping them in the Galio range there. Galio trying to peel for the back line, but Fiora is massive. Fiora is quick. There goes Grumbo. Double kill for the Fiora, and Camille's chasing down the Xayah. Oh, can it happen? Up and over the wall. There we go. Trying to Gale Force away is a good thought. I think they might have Gale Force into the wall there. And then Zyra comes in and face checks the bush there, letting Camille just hop right out. And then even just chain shot away. Oh my god, 1Q does half of Fiora's health from Nidalee. What is that damage? So with this continued advantage, like this consistent continued advantage, gold-wise and just lane pressure-wise for red side, this is still very much so their game to lose. And from the last couple initiations they've had, if it's going to be their game to lose, I think it's going to come from Crippletron's positioning. I think that is... It's really aggressive, and it's so 50-50 that it makes me nervous. Like, it's so... They're either going to get the shot and just one-shot somebody, or they're going to get stunned up by the Zyra, and the rest of the team is going to be able to follow up, and then suddenly you don't have your ADC anymore, who's 13-5-3, who's full build. And that's 100% how you lose the game. You know what I mean? Blue side is pushing straight in, looking for that Baron. Are they just going to trade Baron for Drake here? Yeah, and they're sending Camille bot side. But doesn't look like much more is going to come out of that. I see the merit in the play that they sent Camille down to the bot side for. If you're gonna try to make that play, I think you have to be a little closer to try to stop those backs. Like you get in there, you get in the way, try to stop those backs and keep blue team from actually being able to get back and defend their base. Now you're just down a teleport. So TP advantage is not a thing at the moment. Both mid laners have their teleport. Both top laners do not have theirs, though Fiora is going to have hers before Camille has hers. So really, like, again, it's anybody's game to lose at this point. I feel like we're getting really close to one of those you win the fight, you win the game kind of moments. 37 minutes in. And I think red side looks for a very classic front to back style fight, where you put the Nautilus and the Galio up front. You have the Camille come in from the flank if you can get it, and everybody peels for Kai'Sa. The longer the game goes on, the bigger that this Mundo is going to get. And that, if I was on red side, that would be making me nervous. Looking at the team comps here, red side is very much so like the engage heavy, and I think blue side lets them do it. Let them engage as long as you can try to keep your Victor safe. You let them engage, Victor drops the stun on top of wherever they engage, drops the ultimate, and then you fight. That's your engage move here. There's the Zyra ultimate. See, there we go. There's the counter engage, just like I was talking about. Onto the Nautilus. Nautilus goes down to Victor. They get the tier 2 mid tower. And that's a that's a very worth it trade for blue side. Like, you didn't lose anybody, you didn't really expend anything you wouldn't have expended in a normal fight, and you just get the Nautilus for free. You get the tier 2 mid lane, you get the inhib turret, and you get the inhibitor. Camille is pushing your base in, but I think at this point you have numbers in the red side base, and you just push to see if maybe you can get something. You do still have the Baron empowered buffs, recalls as well, so maybe try to get something back there. Blue side is being delayed heavily. They're trying to get back. Let's see, how's Camille doing? Camille has dropped 1 tower. Here comes the teleport. Can she get the tower before teleport comes through? Nope. There's the Fiora coming through with the teleport. Trying. Oh, that was so close. Really good effort. Just a fraction of a second too slow on actually canceling the teleport due to no target. But look at this up here. Gold totals have tied up. Now it's 500 gold advantage towards blue side off of that. Now Stonefeld has created an open nexus, which means that they blue side has to kind of play with at least one person on the base at all times. Also, I want to point it out. Kazan has a 94 vision score at the moment. Holy crap. That sweeper has been massive in denying any sort of vision. And not to say that the 75 vision score from the Zyra is anything to scoff at. It's not. That's fantastic. I don't think I've ever seen a vision score that high. The anti-heal is coming in clutch, trying to shut down the healing on the Mundo ultimate. I don't think that Fiora is the one that you wanted to try to ult into there, Nautilus, just because of the parry. Sets up a really easy stun. Victor is here with the stun field themselves. There is the stopwatch that Stonefield just bought, but oh man. Ults on ults on ults. We trade 3 for 1. Blue side losing Fiora, red side losing losing Galio, Isa, and I guess Nautilus didn't go down. I guess it was 2 for 1. That's my bad. My error there. And that's Soul for blue side. This game just got a whole lot spicier as they are trying to defend the Nexus towers. Camille goes in trying to escape. Didn't anything happen? There is the stun up from the Victor, and there is no ult to finish it out. But Mundo gets the ult taken and is able to walk out. And I think blue side has it wrapped up right here. Open inhib says that this will be the end of the game. Yep. There it goes right then and right there and then. Holy crap, that was a much better game than we saw the first time around though. That was competitive all the way to the end. 42 minutes, 49 seconds. Wow. Ugh, that was ouch. An absolute slap fight to the end. Really well played on both sides. We did see Jay Bruce come back and say, like, everything I did in the last game, forget about that. And really showed up with 9-1-10 on that Nidalee. You had Crippletron going 13-7-4 with 300 CS at full build. I think it was those 7 deaths that may have. There's some of those 7 deaths that may have cost that game. Crippletron was the damage. You had to try to play around and peel for them the best they could, but it's really hard to play around and peel for someone when they're playing a squishy marksman, but they're trying to frontline. So I think that's something that we need to look at and try to adjust for in the future. But overall, very, very good game, very competitive game. GG's to both sides.